So what do you do with the leftover pot roast or roast beef? This was after having a nice dinner. Well, these are the pieces left over, okay? This was a spoon roast. I like the spoon roast because they're actually sirloin roasts, and they're tied up with a string. Got a lot of juice here left in that. That's juice. So what do? We're going to make a vegetable beef soup out of it. Very low carb, like no carbs. So what you do is you take your meat, and you're going to be picking your meat out and cutting it into little pieces. The leftover meat. Throwing it in a pan. And this takes a while. You take the gristle out of it, because you don't want gristle. You just want the nice pieces of meat. And they will cook down and become very, very tender. And the juice that's in the bottom of the pan here, right here, see this juice that was left over from the pot roast? Add some water to it. Make a little gravy there, and throw it in a big pan right here on the stove. Now I'm going to proceed for the next few minutes to cut up all the meat here, and then I'll come back. The meat is all cut up. All beautiful meat, a little bit of juice in there. Nice looking, a lot of good meat. When I cooked the roast yesterday for dinner, what I did was I had a nice big spoon roast, and I covered it with oil. And then I put Montreal steak seasoning on it. And then I turned the oven up to 550. And when it got really, really hot, I put the meat in and cooked it in there for 20 minutes on 550. And it sears the whole outside of the meat and seals in all the juices. And then you turn it down to 350 and you cook it 1 hour. And this is a 4-pound roast. And it comes out nice and pink in the middle and juicy and just tender as anything. So if you ever get a roast and you don't know how to cook a roast really good, just sear it on the outside and for 20 minutes at 550, and then turn it down to 350 and cook it for an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. But don't stick any fork in it. Don't put anything in it, because as soon as you puncture that surface that's been sealed, you can have all the juice come out. And then it'll be a dry piece of meat. But this was a beautiful, nice, juicy meat. So anyway, that's how you cook a roast. Now, I got all the leftover meat there. Now, to tenderize it and to break it down even more, what I do is, the secret trick is V8, spicy hot. This is the base of the soup, of the vegetable beef soup. And I will pour in, I'll make sure I shake it good because I get all that, okay? And that adds wonderful base. Yeah, that's enough, pretty much. I want about that full. Then to that, I'm going to add leftover vegetables from dinner. Had some leftover yellow squash, asparagus, green beans. I'm going to cut them up. Well, don't even need to cut them up too much. Just throw them in. Any leftover vegetables, don't waste anything. They're perfectly good. Beans, even the butter, garlic butter. Okay. Then to this, you add some celery. Nice celery hearts at the end of that. Right in the middle. Another piece of celery. The leaves, wonderful. Add a nice texture to it. Love the leaves. Some people throw the leaves away. Best part of it. And red pepper. Throw some red pepper in there. This is all low carb. I'm back on my low carb diet. If you only eat 90 carbs a day and eat all the protein and vegetables you want, which are low carb, and some fruits, you will lose 2 pounds a week, guaranteed. And you don't have to exercise. So I'm back to my low carb. Now this will have, I'll be able to eat as much of this as I want because there's no carbs. There's no carrots in here, which are full of sugar, and no peas, and no corn. Those are the killer vegetables. Those are the ones that are full of carbs. But these guys here, nothing. Just about nothing in them. So a nice zucchini. And this tastes so good, and it's so filling with all that meat in it. And as it cooks down, it'll all blend together. Because you cook this on low on the stove for about 2-3 hours. That's all of the squash. I don't need that squash. A little more onion, little onion in there. Let's see what this onion looks like on the inside. Oh, he looks good. Just got a little problem on the outside there. Get rid of that little brown thing right there. Okay. Slice the onion up. Onion adds sweetness. Love onion. Good for you too. Onion. Oh, that looks lovely. Look at that. Look at that. Now beautiful. 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 Got everything in it you need. Everything. And this will, oh, you eat a bowl of this and it'll keep you satisfied and not hungry at all. Okay? So I did this. Maybe a little more red pepper. Kind of like red pepper. Okay? Put a little more red pepper in it. That way you use all your leftovers, and you don't. And if you had whatever leftovers you had, but no peas or corn. No peas or corn. You could actually put a little broccoli in there too. My husband doesn't like broccoli too much in the soup because it really is an overwhelming taste. But I kind of like it, so I'll put a little broccoli in there. It's good for you. Good for you. Put them in little pieces. Little pieces. And this will all cook down. Now, also to this, you want to add some bouillon cubes. These are bouillon cubes, beef bouillon cubes. And I'm going to mix them with water first. Get my bowl from my leftover vegetables. I'm going to use 2 bouillon cubes. Then I can add more liquid water to it. So I'm going to crunch up the bouillon cubes. Okay. Add some water. Okay, crunch them up. Bouillon cubes. Okay, they'll cook in there. Add a little more water. Because I got all that nice V8 juice. Pour that in there. Very good. Wash your hands again. Tip. Don't want to step on that pepper. It fell on the floor. Now, the next thing is you can put garlic in it too. A clove of garlic. Garlic is good for you. Garlic will make you healthy. It's good antioxidants, whatever. Garlic is wonderful. It'll keep everything away, germs and all. Putting up some garlic in here, just slicing little pieces. Once garlic cooks though, it loses its oomph. You can eat a piece of this when it's cooked and it just tastes like nothing because all the flavor goes out of it. But it goes into the main body of the soup. So, we'll cut this up in pieces, and okay. So I'm back on my diet. 2 pounds a week. 90 carbs or less a day. Just look at the carbs. You can eat as much fat as you want. You can eat butter. You can eat cheese, ham. Now, this is wonderful. This is Worcestershire sauce. I put a little Worcestershire sauce in this to give it a little kick. And then the real secret is horseradish. Now this is horseradish. Ooh, man, is that good horseradish. You can buy the horseradish at any store, but make sure it's horseradish and not horseradish sauce. And it's like this, delicious. And that is so spicy, and that adds such a kick to it. You throw that in there. Okay, put the horseradish there, top here. Look what we got now. Look at that. That is a soup that is going to cook down. That is going to cook down in about 3 hours. It's going to be thick and delicious. And there's no salt in it because you don't need any salt because the horseradish will give it that yuck, nice kick to it. So that is vegetable beef soup. Easy with leftovers.